Quarterback competition or not a quarterback competition? That is the question. Davis Mills, though, gets the first chance to answer that question. Plus, despite all that, another high-paid offensive lineman makes it very clear who he wants to block for. Let's go inside the locker room. Training camp day 3.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the locker room on YouTube. You know what it is. Let's get it. Hey, locker room. Yeah, we in the locker room. Texas talk. Yeah, you know what we about to do. Localize every angle's what we really do. We the source. We the pulse of the city too.
All right, so quarterback competition. That's the dialogue. Is there quarterback competition right now with the Houston Texans? I say no. I don't believe this is a legit competition, and I don't believe anything that I've seen leads me to believe that there's any chance that Davis Mills starts. Crazier things have happened, but I don't believe that, and it doesn't seem like some very important members of the Texans believe that either. I was out there for day 3. Nice to see a lot of the fans. It was a full house. It was a packed house. Got to talk to a lot of subscribers, a lot of listeners, a lot of Sports Radio 610 fans, which is where you can hear me 10 to 2 Monday through Friday Central. Got to say that here on Sports Radio 610 in the Odyssey app. We had Damian Pierce, Dalton Schultz, Jimmy Ward all join the show. So if you're a Texans fan, you want to follow this squad, number one source for radio content, Odyssey, Sports Radio 610, 10 to 2. Number one source for digital content. Started this about 10 and a half, 11 months ago. And we've been going strong. We've been very consistent. So I appreciate everyone for coming through. Please subscribe, like, had boots on the ground today. And I will get in more specifically into this tonight in the live stream at 9 p.m. But I want to focus on the quarterbacks here, Davis Mills and CJ Stroud. There's been talk about, the quarterback competition and who's winning this quarterback competition. And is it a quarterback competition? My answer has been, it's not a competition. CJ Stroud is going to be the starting quarterback. And furthermore, Davis Mills has done nothing to show that he's capable of beating CJ Stroud in a competition. He's getting rid of the ball quickly. He's kind of leaning towards the check downs. He's not throwing the deep ball well. He's throwing the deep ball closer to what he threw it like his rookie year or his second year as opposed to his rookie year. He didn't have a great day today. CJ Stroud didn't have a great day today either. And I still don't think you could tell that despite CJ Stroud having a bad day, you couldn't really see Davis Mills separating himself. Davis Mills was pretty rough as well. CJ Stroud had a near interception. It was a really bad pass. It was a Jeff Driscoll-like pass on the sidelines. Eric Murray attempted to get the interception. It went out of bounds. He also had a pass sail over the head of Nico Collins. Completed some nice passes to nice pass to Tank Dell. The star of the day was Dalton Schultz on the offensive side of things, but Davis Mills hasn't done anything. And there's been nothing, like if you're just watching these two guys practice, like it's clear who the better guy is. Mills is the only one who's thrown an interception. Mills hasn't done anything for things to stick out. And I've seen, a couple of my coworkers, Clint Sterner, Ron Hughley, they say this is a quarterback competition. And look, that's their opinion. There's other people that have the opinion that Davis Mills, I saw Cole Thompson said it too, and I think DJ Bieneme as well. They have the opinion that Davis Mills is very much in this competition. And really, there's no way of proving that wrong outside of Mills being the starter. So if CJ Stroud becomes the starter, don't go talking to these guys that are saying that it's a competition and act like they've said something dumb, because it's their opinion. They believe it is. I do not believe it is. I don't think it's a quarterback competition. I think CJ Stroud is competing with himself. And quite frankly, I think he's been doing fine. And we'll get a better look at him when the pads come on Sunday. I cannot wait for that. That's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. We'll bring you coverage live there. I won't have to be doing a show, so expect a lot more videos during practice, maybe even a live update, and we'll definitely have the stream as well. But nobody really performed very well today. The one interesting thing, though, that did happen was Davis Mills. He got the first chance to speak at the podium. I'll be damned. Davis Mills gets the first words from a quarterback during training camp. Normally, you send your starter up there. There was a little bit of dialogue about if there's anything to make of this. I'll say it's not, because I was told that CJ Stroud is actually going to speak Sunday after the pads are on. And we might also hear from Tank Dell. So I would much rather hear from CJ after the pads, after his biggest early test as an NFL player, his biggest early on-field test. But it was interesting. I will say I was a little bit surprised when I found out that Davis Mills was going to get the first crack at the podium. But as soon as I heard that CJ was speaking Sunday, it made a little bit more sense. And quite frankly, I think Davis Mills kind of got leg hiked at the podium as well. This was Davis Mills on the quarterback competition. Here is the backup quarterback for the Texans talking about what the competition has been like.
It's been good. I mean, I don't think if you're going out there thinking you're in a competition every single day, I mean, that's going to cloud some of your headspace. So, I mean, my biggest focus is just going out there and doing the best I can do to show the coaches what I can do and go out there and perform.
All right. It's not a competition, sir. So you don't need to worry about your headspace, my friend. But you heard Davis Mills talking about that. This is where it gets interesting. We've seen Laramie Tunstall say QB1 when talking about CJ Stroud. Titus Howard went up to the podium. Titus Howard, he made it clear that his buddy, his brother, his best friend on the team, Laramie Tunstall, he isn't the only one who wants to block and is planning to block for CJ Stroud. All you competition people, eat your damn heart out.
It's a big standard for us. We got to go out there and, do what we've been paid to do is protect him, get him make him the most comfortable quarterback in the NFL this year, so he can go out there and just win us some games.
So there you go. Talking about blocking for CJ Stroud so he can win some games. Laramie Tunstall's made it clear who he expects to block for. Titus Howard did so as well. Quarterback competition, not buying it. And I would call this really just kind of a pillow fight. The defense definitely won this. Nothing stuck out with Davis Mills. Nothing stuck out with CJ Stroud. But Titus Howard, the second left tackle, maybe or maybe not, depending on how you take that. The second Texans tackle to say, not left tackle, left is Laramie, he is right tackle, to say that he wants to block for CJ Stroud. Subscribe, like, right along. Appreciate everyone for coming through. It's going to be another night of content. We're going to keep the content coming. If you missed the Dameon Pierce interview, stay tuned for that. Also, check it out on the Odyssey app. When it comes to this Texans stuff, padded practice on Sunday, when it comes to it, and whether it's a competition or not, it's not. We are all in this together. Appreciate you for coming through.
We the pulse of the city too. Landlocked, got the game in the headlock. Localized every time, can't stop, won't stop. Yeah.